Perps, stop worrying about what targeted individuals do at daytime in their own personal space. You know, I don't get you assholes and trying to tell people how to live their lives. You know, worrying about what you're doing with your time, especially when y'all not trying to build a relationship with us. Y'all just need us around to talk shit about us, complain about everything we do. It's funny when you're dealing with these perps and their narcissistic mindset. It's like they constantly trying to tell you how you should live your life, what you should be doing with your spare time. And, you know, the world might not never believe me on the things I deal with. But I understand. Y'all throw people in little Truman Show boxes. You know, especially people y'all feel like is not living in society normally or the community normally. You know, you actually might have some problems. You actually might, you know, struggle with certain things. And it's like, instead of just letting you find someone who can vibe with you, it's like they want to transform you into something that you're not. They want you to live life according to how they think you should live life. What's the obsession problem? Like, just mind your own business, bro. You know, I get home, you know, they're starting to have the same people synchronize with me every time I get home, bro. The same bitch with her loud mouth, you know, with her, you know, I don't know who the hell this dude is, some old dude, but they always got to get on the elevator no matter what time I get to the crib, get home. They got to make sure they run right up on there and then constantly using indirects and subliminals about, you know, what I'm doing in my life, how I'm doing it, when I'm doing it. You know, like, why does it matter about what y'all do? Or why does it matter what we do 24/7? You know, of course, you're on the 13th floor. You got to hear sirens right outside the window, right? It's a joke, man. Hold that thought. Anyway, you guys got a real obsession problem. You know, Pittsburgh, cities like Pittsburgh, you know, I just see like how bad y'all are with the get down. Y'all are so evil, so hive-minded, bunch of gossipers and shit talkers. You know, just going back to that control thing. Excuse me. You know, just going back to that control thing of like, you know, it's like I don't understand the obsession. You know. I like to use indirects and subliminals about what people are doing. You're not going to give me no play. You're not going to give no pussy. You're not going to talk to me. You know, y'all want to sit there and use indirects. Oh, you don't talk. Well, show me that you talk then. Show me that you're different. Show me I should open up my mouth and say something to nobody. But it's all the love for the game. You know, love for the psychological destruction of another human being, bro. Y'all are sick people, man. Y'all are sick. You know, sometimes it feels disgusting that I even got to live down here and deal with this abuse every single day. It doesn't get better. They just keep going on and on. The more you resist, depending on where you are. And I'm just giving the heads up to T.I.'s fucking Pittsburgh, bro. Don't move here, bro. Do not move to Pittsburgh. You know, I'm pretty sure there's other states that's worse. Go ahead, comment down. Let me know what type of, you know, harassment you're dealing with here in the city. You know, but I can't leave food in the crib. I can't buy new clothes. I can't get cologne and leave shit like that in my room without it being doused with alcohol. You know, I keep saying it because it's the truth. You know, you get new clothes, new hoodies, holes appearing randomly in it. You get shoes, you know. It's just like, man, they don't want to tell their side of things on how they make life a living hell for you. Constantly got people breaking it in there, stealing socks and cutting holes in your drawers. Like, oh man, dude, I've never in my life, bro, have experienced more holes in my socks and underwears, you know, and shit disappearing. Never. As much as I experienced this crap in Pittsburgh, bro, it's just like these people, man, sickening. But anyway, this video is gonna be too long. Just, you know, just a thought for perps and people want to use indirects and worried about what a targeted individual doing. Mind your own goddamn business, bro. I ain't gotta live life like how you want me to live. Just if I'm the fucked up person, leave me be. I promise you, I'm not gonna harm anybody, young or old, despite what you assholes are saying. I'm never gonna bother nobody. But at this point, y'all bothering me. Y'all making problems out of nothing. Worry about yourself, bro. You know, niggas trying to decide where you need to live or not. You know, they literally move people around you to try to bother you, to get you to move out. How about y'all worry about yourself, bro? I'm not being a threat to nobody. I'm not bothering nobody. I'm in the mix. Y'all just want to spy on niggas, mentally abuse people, and then sit back, and then if we have a negative response, y'all want to sit back and be like, oh, look, he's crazy. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Why y'all care so much, bro? And it's like, it's not even caring. It's just people, they're evil people. Y'all really just like messing with people, don't y'all? Y'all got this full sense of authority and control over people's lives. Like, y'all run shit, bro. Y'all nothing, man. Y'all weirdos. 100% weirdos. 24/7 niggas gotta surveil, harass, poison, tamper, mess with, constantly belittle, look down upon. You know, act like you ain't worth a shit. Okay, if that's the case, leave me be. But no, y'all constantly gotta have a microscope up my ass, bro. You know, shout out to fucking King Musa, man. What he saying? Niggas got a microscope. What you expect to see? You put a microscope up someone's ass, you're gonna find shit, nigga. Nigga, of course y'all gonna see, you know, our problems. You know, y'all need us in a 24/7 surveillance, and they only want to pick out our bad qualities. And it's like sometimes these people know you a good person, but they trying to find the negative so much, bro. Like y'all want a reason to hate me, like I'm supposed to be perfect or something. Niggas point out anything, like I said in my last video or my last live. You know, I myself made my harassment worse. I'll be honest, because I stopped giving a fuck about a lot of things, bro. Especially when you see niggas got you in a box. A TV show, you can't even have a normal conversation without somebody acting belligerent. You know, or using indirects or subliminals about things that's going on in your life, bro. Like, this is a wicked game, bro. And it's like, what irritates me so much is that y'all really be doing anything and everything to piss a targeted individual off. And then when we give you a response saying, you know what, I'm not going to pay attention, I'm just going to ignore you, I'm going to walk past, it's like y'all feelings get hurt. You know, you need to acknowledge us. Real TIs, you know what I'm talking about? This shit just gets worse, bro. You know, you really start to realize, like, bro, niggas push you into believing in God. Like, God damn, nigga. Niggas really start pushing you and believe, damn, we in a spiritual war. Ain't no reason for these niggas to go this hard every single day. Look, soon as I say something about God, look, morning prayer. Father, grant me the wisdom to comprehend why you sent your son Jesus to this world. Help me to gain a deeper, I'm guessing that says, understanding. Ain't no such thing as coincidences, bro. You know, grant us all the wisdom to truly understand why we going through this, bro. Why we gotta come down here, live this life. It'll be different if I had a criminal record, you know, I was some diddler, you know, some messed up person who harmed people or, you know, beat up people, sold drugs or, no. And then the longer you get targeted, you start to realize you're getting targeted by criminals. They have criminals around you 24/7. That's fucking buck wild crazy. And then don't you slip up, T.I. Don't you spaz out. Watch, they gonna demonize the hell out of you, bro. Even when you have the slightest disagreement with people or you do something small. It's like these people got a bad habit of blowing shit out of proportion, bro. I done gave stories, examples like that. You know, for instance, like a couple of years ago, I remember, right? I had my headphones in. I forgot what I raged about, but I know I had my headphones in and I threw my water, right? I threw my water and apparently it landed, a droplet or a couple of droplets landed on somebody and I didn't hear them. I go down into the train station. I guess these people were following me for a minute. Tell me why, bro. I turned, like, you know how when a song pauses, like when it goes to the next song, it paused and I literally hear, yo, nigga, I turn around. This is over there, if you're familiar with Pittsburgh, it's over there in it's by the T station across the street from the 7-Eleven. It's right there, and that, I don't know if it's still open or not, but I remember I went down there. I went down the first escalators, and then the song switch, and I hear, yo, I kid you not, bro. I put this on everything. I turn around, there's dead ass like 50 people, bro. I cannot make this up, bro. There's a bunch of kids, bunch of adults, you know. I accidentally threw water on one guy, bro. And these niggas used a whole army to stop me. You know, it's like, bro, like, you people, man. Like, y'all got this, you know, now I see why they use the weak. They use weak people to target strong motherfuckers. If you was some insignificant, low-life piece of shit, niggas would not worry about you. Niggas, you would not be a threat. But these niggas need armies of people to constantly worry about you. Why? Why is that? If I'm not a threat, fight me by yourself. What's that little thing you be hearing, you know, with the preacher? You know, if I'm not a threat, fight me by yourself. Why you niggas need armies of people? Constantly psychologically torture you, making sounds, doing dumb. Y'all are weird. Y'all are weird people. And all y'all do is harassing broken people, people who might have bad qualities or, you know, a little messed up. You might have little things that's wrong, and the world don't need to know. Like, these people, bro, I guarantee you, looking at these assholes, I get you, they got all type of criminal charges, history of abusing children, abusing their own family, of, you know, men beating on female. I guarantee you, look at all the fucking people who's harassing us. Look at they past. I guarantee it's fucked up. I bet you they're known for doing some type of dirt to somebody. Like, y'all pulling out all the tactics, all the stops for somebody who the last time you put your hand on somebody is when you were 17 and you're 35, nigga, and you got people projecting that you're a violent, strange, weird person, bro. No, you know what's fucking weird is getting home every day and having the same people synchronize with me using indirects and subliminals about what I'm doing in my own time and space. Why do you care? If I'm such this horrible person or weird or shit, worry about yourself. What's so hard about that? I firmly believe the world will go back to being a beautiful place when people just learn. Is if you're not doing nothing, people just need to go back to minding their own business. I promise you, life would go back normal. You know, it will be more peaceful. You know, if y'all actually used all this effort. You know, you got 500,000 females disappearing every year. You know, you got 8 million little ones disappearing every year. You know, it'll be something special. If y'all actually use this program to actually target real criminals, we shouldn't hear about none of that. Like, I mean, they got people making sounds and doing weird sound frequencies. As soon as I open up my eyes and put my feet down on the ground, I kid you not. I kid you not, as God is my witness. Soon as I wake up, I got people synchronized with me. You run in the bathroom, they run in the bathroom. You jump in the elevator, they make sure someone jump on the elevator with you. You know, 24/7 surveillance, 24/7 just, we're going to play this sick, demonic joke and then claim you're the weird one when we're the ones being weird as fucking all out shit, bro. You know, you see the hypocrisy? You know, you're so weird, you're so creepy, but look at these people. The definition of creepy weirdos. Real creepy weirdos. You know, once I tell the community that, I want to slander people's names so bad. Once I tell the community what y'all doing to people, to push people to, even if you do slip up and you get tired of you rage, you spaz on somebody, won't y'all tell the things y'all doing to push people to that point? Not everything is what it seems, my friends. You know? Not every monster is a supposed monster. You got artificial monsters out here. You got fake monsters created by real devils. Real baby blood drinking devils turning innocent people into serial killers or mass shooters. Nigga, there's real evil out here. Something that's, you know, some of y'all so goddamn dumbed down, y'all will never experience this. Satan got you exactly how he wants you. Dumb, compliant, yes man, yes sir, yes, I'll do this, I'll do that. So fucking dumbed down. You'll never even reach the level of a targeted individual because you going along with the flow. You living life exactly how you living in Babylon, just the way Satan wants you to live in it. Not asking questions, being compliant, doing whatever it is people tell you to do, and that's it. Our government's good, and this is a righteous world while people around you secretly dying. When y'all gonna get it, man? When y'all gonna wake up? Wake up. Time is up. And I'm struggling with stuff. I'll tell you, bro. I know I'm going to war with demons, dude. My own mind, dude. These people projecting thoughts. I see it, man. And the more I try to build my relationship with God, the more I realize, bro, these niggas is really fighting for souls, bro. They really fighting for souls. Some of these people around you don't even have a soul anymore. They got a demon in them. It's not even a human being in some of these people. Just think about that. There's people around you participating in your harassment who don't have a soul. They got a demon in them. Came up from the depths of hell to torture your ass. Oh my God, it's real out here, bro. It's real. And they downplaying the strongest people. They're downplaying the most intelligent people. They're downplaying the most beautiful people. They're downplaying the people with real wisdom and knowledge. The ability to help whole communities to change the world. They're downplaying people with the most potential. When you talk, you move mountains. You know, you really can have people feel you when you open up your mouth. People just not going to hear your words and be like, no. You really have the power to really grasp, like, open up people's hearts and their minds and their ears, and they know that. And some of these devils, man, they see you since you come out from birth. Nigga, that's why you was the black sheep in the family. That's why you're getting abused, neglected, treated like shit. Nigga, they wanted that same mentality to stretch to adulthood. Some of these people, bro, it's like they knew who we were before we came out the womb. This whole, in Pittsburgh, y'all show me that y'all are a demonic city. Tell me, won't y'all tell me the truth to my face? What was the excuse the first 15 years of my life? The neglect, the abuse, the locking in a room for months at a time, to the point where other family members used to bust through the door. Mika, where's Rail? The pointless abuse, the pointless torture. Y'all knew how disrupted and how out of her mind my mom was. And most family, y'all left me. I even heard stories of how my mom used to beg people to take me away. Y'all could have said I could have become something more. I could have lived a childhood, but I didn't. The first 15 years of my life was hell for a child. You know what I learned? You know, and the 7 first years of a child's life is the most important, because that's the programming stage. And you know what I got programmed to think like? It don't matter what kind of title this person, mom, best friend, sister, brother, you know, auntie, uncle, someone who says they love you. These niggas will try to kill you out of pure anger. Out of pure hatred. Niggas will just hate you for no reason. This is why I can see this level of harassment and speak about it and see what it is, because I saw it from my own mother. You know, I have no hatred for her, because God knows what she been through for her to even be like that. Knows what my family did to my mother for her to act like that. I firmly live in this life. I finally understand why people grow up with these broken qualities, or they end up hurting others, is because they were hurt. You know, I don't care what I went through, bro. I ain't never going to harm anybody. I'm never going to abuse nobody. Never going to do anything weird to nobody. I'm going to continue to live my life, mind my own business. Yeah, I got little problems, my little sins that I'm struggling with behind closed doors about, but that's between me and God, not you and these devils, and y'all trying to exploit people. You know, y'all trying to control people through indirects and certain synchronicities. No, bro. It's not about, you know, if you people were righteous people, you would try to heal with love, but y'all try to destroy. You know, it's just like, bro, I see what this world is, man. You know, you got people really out here trying to change, trying to do better, but you really got these demonic forces. You really got real evil people who live around you who want to make noise and sounds. A sinker niggas literally get paid to watch people and mess with people. Once I tell the community the amount of harassment I go to, how no matter what job I go to, y'all flipping the job upside down, hiring all or firing all the veterans, hiring nothing but schmucks and douchebag and people doing odd, weird things around me. You know, like, you start to realize, bro, being a targeted individual, sometimes you just gotta be thankful for it, because it shows you that this is the kingdom of Satan. This is the kingdom of darkness. This is a world full of evil. And then the main way you can get ahead is by putting your foot on other people's necks. You know, and that's how most of these people will never work hard for their shit. These niggas been through the struggle and then sold out and talk about it. I did all I can do. No, you ain't do enough. You ain't do enough, obviously. You got all these people walking around the community not doing shit, talking about, oh, it's easy. I get $4,000. I get $5,000. No honors, no morals, no backbone. You know, you don't even see, bro. You don't even see how that look in the spiritual realm. You don't see how that look to God. You're selling out for a chump change, selling out for a couple of years when what's online is eternity. You know, y'all a bunch of fools, man. This is Muhammad, man. I'm out of here.